What's up, you guys? So, I wanted to come on here and talk about how I feel as it pertains to personal responsibility and politics. As I said in my other video, I vote based on the premise of small government, which means basically that social issues and how one conducts themselves is not up to the government. I feel like relying on the government to change the way people think is useless. I mean, case in point, we still have racism and we just had our first black president for 2 terms. No elected official can or should have to tell you how to conduct yourself. If you're old enough to vote, you should be old enough to know how to conduct yourself like an adult. And I feel like even the protesters are losing sight of what protesting was once intended to be. Especially with the media, because I feel like the media ruined a lot of things this election, but protesting is one. I feel like because so much of the rioting was highlighted, it gave a bad look to protesting of any kind. So, how do we fix that? I'm one for going straight to the source. Now, for me, I would never. First of all, I wouldn't go out and protest. That's just not my thing. You can if you want, but that's just not my thing. I would voice my concerns to a new administration. There's a transition website where you can write to Trump and to his team and his people. Voice your concerns. If they get enough emails, enough phone calls, you will be heard. And I'm pretty sure that in some instances, all that would be needed would be reassurance. Because a lot of the things that will benefit everybody haven't been announced. But that's besides the point. This is about us and how we are conducting ourselves and relying too much on the government. This is a free country. The government works for us, we the people. We should be the ones setting the example, not waiting for permission from the government. And I'm telling you, it sounds silly, but being a decent person yourself, being a positive person yourself, being a friendly person yourself will make all the difference. Not looking at somebody as different than you, not looking at yourself as better than somebody else. It might only start making one person's day, but if more people do it, it'll make a difference. An elected official is never, ever gonna solve all of our problems. Every single one of them has baggage. And, I'm trying not to make this into like a Democrat liberal versus Republican conservative video, because big versus small government is part of the differences in the parties, but I personally just feel like it's never worked to change things before, you know? I mean, it's activists and citizens and human beings that can change the world. And doing it in a way that is being shown through the media in a certain way isn't fair to the cause itself. And unfortunately, the only way for people fighting for the cause to change that would be to go a different route. Don't underestimate the power of voicing your concerns. I gave the analogy of whispering at a rock concert to a friend of mine earlier tonight. And I truly believe that that's what protesting has come to. You have the people who originally started it for good reasons, for good causes, and then all of the people around them screaming, yelling, beating people up, vandalizing property, sometimes killing people. I feel like if we start just examining our behavior, being better people, that can make a difference. And all I can say, I know this might not resonate with some of you, might fall on deaf ears, but have faith. Because I personally feel like everything does happen for a reason. It's never to punish us. It's only ever to grow us. And to teach us something for good. So just remember what I said. Your voice can make more of a difference if you talk, connect with somebody, even through a letter. Like I challenged you in my last video. Ask the other party why they voted the way that they did. We have to start relying on each other and coming together to solve mostly social issues, because the government won't. That's really not the job I look to them for. And that's all I gotta say.